Hi students, part two of this here now. So we're ready to go. We've created our sketch lines for the base of this unit, this panel, okay? And you can see I've got the reference plan view here, so I'm ready to go. Now, this is always the tricky bit here. Now, one very important thing I want to point out to you before I continue with this here. So we've got our sketch lines here ready to extrude out our first piece of geometry. Now notice where this is. It is sitting, I better open this one up here. Just get that back, yeah, up in here, right. Now, notice, I'm just going to cancel this because this is important, right? So here's my geometry, and my geometry currently is not in the right position. I want that main piece of geometry there actually to be centered on this reference plane. Now, why am I going to do that? The explanation is this, is that that reference plane is used when we go and draw our curtain wall, okay? When we go and draw our curtain wall, it's actually drawn on that reference plane. So consequently, when we put our curtain grids onto the curtain wall, they're on that reference plane, and consequently when we convert those grids into mullions, they go onto that reference plane. And I don't want the mullions to end up here. I want the mullions to end up roughly in the center of that particular piece of geometry there. If I go to building 2 here, I'll show you an example here. So I've got some panels already loaded in here, and we'll be coming to that in later videos. And you can see this is my curtain mullion there. Now this is a 25mm radius, and I'll be putting a material on that of neoprene rubber. So this mullion as such is going to act as a neoprene gasket, which is compressed in between the two concrete panels here and prevents ingress of water and getting into the back here. All right, so that's standard enough construction for concrete panels. But see that little blue line that appears there? That is actually the curtain wall. All right, so remember what I said over here is that curtain wall appears onto that line there. Now, if I left it as is, what would happen is that that mullion would appear over here, and that's not the correct position for it. So before I proceed here with creating my geometry and all of that, I'm going to have to do a little bit of messing around here. So watch what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this up a little bit more forward here. Now notice how that changed. I'm going to call that 175, all right? And then I'm going to pull this down here a little bit, okay? And I'll call that minus 100. All right, now if I measure this, I should still be, so I'm 275, that's fine. I'm happy enough with that. And here is the exterior part. I don't know if I got to that as yet with the video. So I'm just going to pull that forward to here, and I'm going to pull that forward to there, and there should be a difference of kind of 75 mil here. So that's going to be minus 175 applied. All right. Now, if we take a look at the 3D view of this, that's how this is coming out. Okay, so what I've got here is got this in two parts. So if I delete that, and that is my basic geometry there. So what I did then was exterior. I created a new extrusion. Okay, just I over something like this here, and that is 200. So I created 3 of those across there, right? And if I cancel that, oh, darn, undo, and cancel that. Okay, and go back to my 3D view here. Okay, and I'll undo, and there is the three separate units. Now notice where they are, -100, -175. And what I was able to do then was I was able to use this tool here called join, and I was able to join that piece of geometry to this piece of geometry, and that's how I got that kind of shape there. Now let's get back to the exterior view. So I've created two pieces of geometry and I've joined them together. So that's my vertical pieces here. I could make them a little bit wider if I wanted. Here's the main bit of structure at the back. Notice it's -100, -175. When I go to the reference level, the important bit here is that now the geometry is positioned roughly. This reference line is roughly in the center here. That's quite a good position for that. I don't mind that position there. So let's continue on, and I'm back to exterior here, and we're going to create this piece here. And if you remember, the vertical shadow gaps or indentations into the concrete are sitting like so there. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the left view here, and I'm going to create it from the left view. All right. So again, it's going to be an extrusion, and I'll just use my line work here. So I'll come down here to there, 175, probably spot on there, and I'll come across 175 here. Now watch what I'm going to do. So I'll come down, I'll try and get these reasonably evenly spaced, 200, an indentation of, I'm going to put in 30 mil, right? And then I'll come up maybe, say, yeah, 140, zoom in a bit here, back here. Now we'll do 100, we'll do 30, and we'll do maybe a 40 here. We'll do a long one here now. We'll do 230. And again, this is just a type of design, more shadow gaps than anything else. 40 in there, and I'll just skip that now. Okay. So what I'll do is I will grab all of these, and I'll do a copy. And I'll repeat that pattern maybe all the way down here until I get to the end. So I'll get rid of those ones there, and I don't want that one there. What I want is that to end up as like so. All right. Now, so there it is. That's fine. 0 and 600 because I'm able to manipulate this. So I'm going to finish it. I'm actually going to put in a category here now for this one. So this is going to be a new category, and this will be the panel option D, panel inscribed option D, material and finishes. So I've associated material with that. And if I go back to my 3D view, in fact, I'll go to the exterior view here. What I can do now is drag that across to that reference line and drag that one across to there. And that's got my panel sorted there now. Okay. So that's four parts we have now. Three parts we have now. We've got the main body here. You've got the little pieces that make those vertical elements stick out. And then we've got this one here too. Let's just go back to the reference level now, and there's that unit there. Oh, okay. So I probably wasn't ambitious enough in terms of making this wide enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go back to my left. I'm going to select it. I'm going to edit the extrusion, and I'm going to get in here and I'm going to select all of these items here. Okay. All right, I'm going to move them. So these are going to move forward 50 mil. All right, now that should still, notice the reference plane there, so I should have spotted that. I want to be quite ahead of that reference plane. And in fact, I'm going to do that again. I want those a little bit more ahead here. Edit extrusion. Get in here, select all of those items. I'm going to move them, and they're coming. I'll bring them up another 50, I think. So now we're well ahead of that in there. Go back to my reference level. Now, see what I mean? So we're well ahead there. That's because this is where the neoprene strip is going to be. Right, back to the view. Now, so I'm going around the back here because we're going to do the glazing element here. All right, and for this one, we're going to create. So we're going to continue on now and get in our window frames. And what we're going to do here is I'll just cancel out of that. Save the project here. Right, now we're going to use a sweep this time, and we're going to do it like so. So 3 parts to the sweep. We've got to pick the path, and that's why I'm doing this from the back, is because I can pick these lines very easily. That's that bit done. Next bit is to edit the profile, which means we're going to sketch it out, and I'm going to come out 100 there, 100 here, 100 across, like so. Okay, so that's ready to extrude. I'm going to do our material here. I'm going to do a new material. This is going to be the panel window frame. Okay, that's grand, that's in there, that's good. And now let's just complete the sweep like so. All right, now I'm going to do that over here as well. Excuse me. And we'll do the same thing again. Create extrusion. Sorry, not an extrusion. Create a sweep. And we're going to pick our path. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we're going to do our profile here. Again, that's going to be 100, 100, 100, and home again. All right, and we will associate the material with the panel window frame, and we do our extrusion like so. Now, let's get to the reference plane here, because we've got a middle style in this one here as well, if I remember correctly. So this one's going to be an extrusion, and we'll find the midpoint here to there, and then let's offset that 50 either side. Zoom in a bit here, and I can delete that. I can take that one like so, and that one like so. Now it's not 600, that's fine. As you know, I'll just complete this, but actually I'll do my material first, and that will be the window frame. Okay, and we'll finish that. Now let's get into the exterior view here. And what I'll do is I'll just drag this up to there, and that one up to there. 3D view. Wrong one. View 1, here it is. And then I can use my little join tool, so I'll join that one to that one. Now, the last thing we've got to do is our glazing. Okay, and we will do an extrusion with the glazing as well. So this is quite simple to do here. Extrusion, square, and so, and I'll do these as all part of the same unit, if you like, because I can apply again a new, this will be panel glazing, type property. Okay, that's fine. That's all associated. Now I don't want it like that, so I'll just bring it to 50 for the moment, and we'll finish out. I'll go back into the view here and let's see where we are. So it's kind of sticking out that way a little bit. So let's do a couple of adjustments here. Let's make that minus 50. It's going the wrong way. So I'm going to make that one 0 and sorry, 0. And make that one 50. Apply. Minus. Okay, I know an easier way to do this. Let's go into the reference level. And we've got these little grips here. That'll do the trick for me here. So, as I said, trying to work out these two things here is often quite complicated. Now, so I'm going to leave, I want these to be kind of double or even triple glazed, so I'll do a 150 there and I'll do a 100 here. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Now let's take a look at this. Now that's basically my panel there, all right? It's more or less finished. I've got all the bits and pieces are put together. They're all have materials associated with them, and it's roughly the right size. The next thing to do is to load it into the project.